Hello citizens and welcome back. This is our match reaction to Man City 1, Real Madrid 1 in the Champions League. City are out on penalties. Make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe. Let's jump into it. So, well, that's an awful result, that is. I said in the match preview that it was going to be a close game, and it proved to be, you know. Pep made a couple of changes. Pretty much a strong team like you'd expect. And, yeah, we got off to a poor start. We did. We you know, the entire first half, you may as well just write off. I mean, I said it in match preview as well, is that the goal in the first half ain't going to matter. It's going to be the opening 10 minutes of the second half. You know, and things did change around. So in the first half, pretty much everything we were doing, we were trying to camp up in their half, but we were so poor defensively again. So poor. And they had so many times to break on us, and it was only the pace of Walker that saved us. I don't know how many times, like 5, 6 times when Vinicius Jr. was too scared to run at him, or Rodrigo whenever he had the ball at his feet. So it's Walker's pace rather than anything else that stopped them scoring more, I think, in that first half. And in the second half as well. And going into the second half, you know, we're 1-0 down. We do turn things around, as you'd expect. We come out a little bit more, with a little bit more intent, a little bit more quicker passing. But really, we're getting the basics wrong over and over again. This time we did have Real Madrid absolutely camped in their half, right on the edge of their box. All 11 of their players defending. They were trying to hit us on the break. And time again, it would break down. And again, we would recycle the ball. But because of our own ineptitude, we just couldn't take advantage of it for most of the game. You know, the cross is going into Haaland rather too high, too low, you know, too short, too long. Simple passes, you know, on the overlap for people like De Bruyne to get onto, or Bernardo, or Foden, who was mostly not in the game, and Doku when he came on, going out of play. You know, simple things going wrong for us, and we just weren't at our best. We really weren't. And against Real Madrid, you need to be at your best, even when they're really poor, which they were today, because that is not a good Real Madrid team. They were poor. I mean, all you have to do is watch that match, look at the stats, and know how bad they were, because they were poor. You know, we should have gone through. This is a game we should have won, and possibly looking at it, and it's another missed opportunity in the Champions League. This, for me, goes down as probably the worst defeat against them that we've had, to be fair. Even that one when we got beat by the goals in injury time, and then they got a pen in extra time a couple of years ago. The first time we played them when we got beat by an own goal. This one for me is the worst, because this is the one where everything was in our own hands. You know, we're not scared of them anymore. We smashed them last season. We drew 3 of them at their ground. Everything was, you know, everything was set up for us to go through again here. And again, they played into our hands because they just sat there and let us do whatever they want, and we couldn't take advantage. And that's the story of our season. We have been so awful. You know, and I've seen that, you know, before I get into that, extra time, I mean, I gave Pep props for subbing off Haaland and De Bruyne in extra time, knowing that he's probably going to go to penalties. Fair play for being that stupid, bringing Kovacic on as well. Awful pen from him, awful pen by Bernardo. You know, and I'm not saying, you know, you go out on penalties, it is what it is. You know, they're shocking pens, and them two are going to have to live with that for the rest of their lives probably. But taking them 2 off in extra time, like I said, when the game's turning and the game's probably going to go to penalties. I mean, brave move by Pep. It ultimately went wrong. Even a fantastic pen by Edison couldn't save us. And yeah, out of the Champions League just like that again to Real Madrid, and again we should have beat them. And I was, you know, commenting in the last video saying, why are you always negative? Honestly, I cannot remember a time City played well. Don't give me that crap about Luton 5-1. You know, it was Luton. You should be beating Luton by 5 goals. You know, and we played well for 60 seconds, and then for the last 5 minutes. That's it. That's all we did in that game. The rest of that game was dire. And again, it was pretty much like this one. Every single team, you look at this Real Madrid performance in the second half, how that played out, exactly like every other game that we played this season. Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham, United, Luton, Nottingham Forest, Brighton. Every single team at the Eds had, that's the performance that we've put in, and that's the performance that the opposition are putting. And time again, we failed to capitalise. We failed to move the ball around quick enough. We failed to get the crosses right to Haaland. We failed to get Foden into the game. And Pep's just got his substitutions wrong time and time again. And this is another example of it. And like I said, I think this is the worst result against the Real Madrid team that I've seen. I can take all the other defeats in injury time, whatever it happens. But this one shouldn't have happened, in my opinion, especially the way the game was going. Yeah, it's a shocking result, and it's a little bit embarrassing getting beat by Real Madrid here. And, you know, last time to emphasise it, it's a poor Real Madrid team. It's not a great one. It's a really poor one. So, yeah, we got beat. No more treble. I mean, that's the good thing. You can look at it. well, there's a negative and there's a positive. The positive is that no one will talk about the treble anymore, the double treble. I mean, it was realistically on, but really to get that out of our system, that'd be good for the players, it'd be good for the management team, good for the fans. Just flush it out there. Everyone can be happy because everyone will be celebrating that. Or like United fans and everything, they'll be happy with that now. They'll be going nuts that we've got beat tonight. And the negative is that we've had an extra time going into a Chelsea game against a Chelsea team who are going to set up pretty much the same way Real Madrid did, because they're starting to play a little bit like how Liverpool do when they play against us, and them counter-attacks and the way they play through the middle with speed, they're going to hurt us. And we got them in the FA Cup and we just played a full 120 minutes, gone to penalties against Real Madrid. You know, with Roger playing the full lot as well, it's not good. It's really not good. We got a quick turnaround and Pep has to sort that out. And if he switches up a little bit, like rests Haaland or rest De Bruyne or rest Roger, I wouldn't blame him. But that could cost us the FA Cup as well. So all in all, it's just a terrible, terrible night. It is. It's a shocking night, and nothing today got me up off my feet. Nothing got me excited. Not even the goal by De Bruyne. He should have scored 2 or 3 tonight. Nothing got me excited watching that game. The first half was dull, boring. May as well have not happened. The second half, like I said, we didn't take advantage. We were turning the screw. We were going through the gears, but we didn't do it quick enough. So we went from first gear at the beginning of the second half, and we probably got up to about third. I don't think we ever pushed 4th, 5th, or even 6th. We didn't even get anywhere near that one. And yeah, we're in danger now of the season just petering out a little bit. Unfortunately, but like, I'm hoping that doesn't happen. We've got a couple of weeks. Well, we've got a week and a half to play in the Premier League. So we got, another week. I think it's next Thursday or something stupid like that. So we got a little rest this weekend because we're in the FA Cup away from the Premier League. But we can't let this result impact us negatively. And I don't think the players will. But time will tell. Yeah, awful performance. Really poor way to go out because we didn't really challenge them. We didn't really put in the effort that we should have done like we did in the first leg. We just let the second leg, yeah, just fizzle. And that's the most disappointing thing about it. And we let Real Madrid get away with one here again, because we would have had Bayern Munich in the semi-final, who I'd say were massively favourites to beat, because that's not a good Bayern team. And going into the final, PSG maybe. Again, not really a good PSG team, just a quick forward line. It was ours for the taking again, this competition. And again, we've absolutely done ourselves. We got no one else to blame. And I'm not going to blame the penalties. You can get beat on penalties, that's fine. And I had no confidence going into them anyway. But disappointing. Hopefully next time. Thanks very much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe as well. Yeah, keep an eye out for the match preview for the Chelsea game. Hopefully that's a little bit more happy for us. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.